Well, hello and welcome back to Lap of the World. I'm Richard, and if this is your first time watching, this is the channel where I'm documenting my attempt to drive every road course in the world. Most of them in my 1992 Acura NSX. And if that sounds interesting to you, or at least ambitious enough to be entertaining, go ahead and click the subscribe button down here, and that way you'll get a notification anytime I'm able to check another track off the list. Or if I'm posting a video like today about what happens in the rest of my vehicular world at large in between the track events. Now, we've got the NSX in the garage today, and we did just spend a fine weekend up in the mountains playing around with a bunch of friends and fellow NSX owners. And that was a blast, but the NSX actually is not our topic of conversation today. That is because we have gotten wheels back for the Gallardo, and they're pretty. Now, in the interest of not being that YouTuber, where I talk about a bunch of nonsense for the whole video and then eventually show them to you after 10.5 minutes of whatever it is that YouTube would let me put an ad in the middle here. No, I'm going to show you the wheels right away, and then we'll rewind a bit from there, and I'll show you how I got from getting the black Apollo Lamborghini wheels to where they are now. So with no further ado, here's where we landed. All right, well, there you have it. Now, I'm really excited at how these came out. Obviously, I wasn't too adventurous with the color. I felt that my options were a little bit limited in that, with a yellow car, if you put any, actual color on there, you're riding a dangerous line between a, Brazilian soccer uniform and McDonald's. The traditional choice would, of course, be black for a yellow car, but as mentioned before, to put it politely, I'm not a fan, so I tried to skate the line between something that would contrast well and be interesting with a yellow car, but not be black. So this is where we landed. Well, now that we've done the big color reveal, I hope everybody's as excited as I am to see them on the car. And to that end, my next stop is going to be European Auto Garage, where I have a delivery from Tire Rack waiting on me. While I do that, your next stop in the video will be over at Tennfab as we talk about how we got from black wheels in the mail to amazing looking black chrome wheels on right now my stool. I return to you now from Tennfab's brand new showroom. I mean, paint is barely dry on this place, or powder coat is barely dry in this place. And these are the folks, Tennfabbers, who helped me with the color change on the Gallardo wheels and did a fantastic job. Again, I cannot express how stoked I am at how well these things came out, and how excited I am to see them on the car here. Maybe the end of this video, we'll see. But where I'm now, you can see they've got the brand new showroom here that has a bunch of stuff that I think is incredibly helpful in deciding what you want to do. Because honestly, that was the hardest part of this process. It was really easy because the owner, John Coatney, is a friend of mine from autocrossing for years back. And I knew generally what I wanted to do with the wheels. Like, I want to change the color, but okay, I want them sort of a not black, light gray, silver color. But then when you start actually looking into it, your options of colors across that palette, it's more than one. So therefore the decision gets complicated. And in my case, it certainly did. I'll bring John in here in a few minutes, and he can tell you how much of a pain I am. But yeah, as you can see behind me, they have a wall of what I would call inspirational samples or inspirational examples of what they can do to a wheel. So, you're not sure which color you want. Well, good news, you actually aren't even limited to a single color. They can do the face of the spokes one color, the insides of the spokes another color. You could even do like an accent, where I've seen that on some. I'll show an example of it here in a second, where the inside of one set of spokes is maybe an accent color or something like that. And then they also have a sort of a big wall, again, which you'll see, it's just to my left, of the little sample, what you call those things, sample bucks, little shaped metal pieces that are coated with the color in question, so you can actually see what it looks like on a you know, live surface, as opposed to just like a flat card like you would get, you know, picking a paint for your wall in a hardware store. So it really is a pretty slick operation here. And it's entertaining to me how much actual stuff they end up doing or have the capability to do here. So with that in mind, let me go grab John, and he can get into a little bit more detail and speak probably more intelligently about what they actually do here and what they can do here. All right, so I'm going to bring in now John Coatney, who's the owner at Tennfab. He can talk a little bit more and probably more intelligently about what they actually do here. So, good try, John.
Hey, so we mostly do powder coating on car parts. We do some small industrial batch parts, but we're mostly here for the car community. Started powder coating to do our own products. We do some manufacturing small interior design pieces. So we started powder coating those on our own, and then word just got out, and now we mostly do wheels for several dealerships in town, lots of individuals, and so we can do just about anything, two-tones, graphics. We do a lot of calipers, intakes, lift kits, valve covers. We do just about anything really. Do a lot of two-tone work, like you see there, a lot of custom kind of one-off colors also. We don't limit our customers to a page of 10 colors. We order everything from prismatic powders, and they have over 6,000 colors to choose from, and we'll do any of them. We can shoot everything they have.
Which makes things occasionally difficult in the decision process when you're like, I think I'm looking for a silvery gray, and you've got like this
200
book to
silver grays to look at. It does take a little while, but we try to make sure everybody has the perfect color, that they have in mind. We want to achieve that for them.
Being kind of a smaller operation, you guys actually have the opportunity to be a little more customer centric, I guess, than say a big industrial.
Yeah, when we were having our own parts that we were making powder coated, we'd go in, and if you wanted gray, you had like 2 grays to choose from, and it didn't matter if you didn't like either one of them. You had to choose from those 2. So that's why we decided to start doing this on our own about 6 years ago, and it's taken off pretty well from there. So we do everything one job at a time. We don't do 10 different colors and stick everything in the oven at one time. We specialize. When we start on a job, we stay on it from start to finish. So everything has its own time frame and all of our attention. So we don't put 10 different colors in the oven at the same time. A lot of these places use big industrial ovens. They'll shoot 10 different colors throughout the day, put everything in there at the same time, at the end of the day, and all the powder kind of floats around, and you get cross-contamination. And we don't do that at all. We never put, any more than one job in the oven at a time.
If you want your wheels an odd silvery gray, they're going to be an odd silvery gray with no like tints of green or red
no
or blue
red
or anything
specks or anything. Yeah, because for a long time we would get parts back and couldn't quite figure out how they were getting what looked like overspray. In a black part, they have white overspray in it. And finally figured that out. That's what they're doing. They're just throwing a whole bunch of stuff, because you get something black, have little specks of red, little specks of green or something in it. And of course, most people just don't care. They just tell you that's how it's done, and that's what you're stuck with. So, but we actually run 2 small ovens. Our biggest one is 4 foot by 6 foot by 8, so they're not terribly small. We can do some pretty big parts. But we like to run 2, and we keep 2 ovens and 2 booths going all day, so that we can kind of focus on the smaller parts. We do things as little as $5 a piece. When somebody has something, we don't really turn anybody away for any reason.
No job too small, and quality over quantity.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah,
well, that's awesome. Well, thanks for having me out to look at your brand new showroom.
Yeah, it's still under works, but it's getting there.
Nearly done. Paint's not even dry yet.
Yeah,
but no, the powder coat's dry. You can touch that. That's awesome. Well, thanks for having me back over again, and I do appreciate the help.
I appreciate your business.
And so we'll guys, if you need powder coating done and you're in the greater East Tennessee area, Tennfab. What's the best way to get a hold of you?
Probably at tennfab.com or message us on Facebook. We have our page there. and we ship too. We've shipped things all over the country. We get a lot of work from really everywhere. It's kind of surprising.
Awesome. So ignore what I said about regionally. If you're anywhere and you're watching this video and you want something powder coated, I'll leave links in the description below. Thanks again, John. We'll catch up. I gotta go get some those pretty wheels on my car now.
Thank you.
Right, with wheels now on the car, if it wasn't already very apparent, I am extremely pleased with how they've come out. I love the color. I think it does provide a nice balance to the bright yellow without losing the detail of the wheel in the shadows, you know, even in sort of a not as well lit as it could be garage. Thanks again to John and all the guys at Tennfab for helping me out with this little project. Again, you know, couldn't speak highly enough about them. If you need powder coating, I think they also do CNC plasma work there as well. Hit them up. Again, links in the description below to their site and Facebook page. But for now, you know, this video took me a couple of extra days to put together because I did want to have the payoff at the end of being able to show you the wheels on the car. I'm glad I waited. I really enjoy, you know, hope you are as entertained with it as I am. But, you know, nonetheless, got them on the car. There's a few more things I need to do. I got to button up put the rear end back together, the bumper and stuff back on the car. I've got to tweak the ride height just a little bit more before I do that and replace a couple of crush washers on the transmission case. But otherwise, I'm getting painfully close to being able to just start driving and enjoying that car, and then kind of redirect some attention to other project-y stuff while I'm able to then go back to the track with the NSX. So anyway, more to come on that. We are clearly not quite done with project season yet, but we're seeing the light at the end of the tunnel, and hopefully it's not a train. So having said that, I hope you enjoyed the video today. I'm Richard. This is Lap of the World. Please consider subscribing, and I will see you guys in the next video, if not at the track.